apashyadhamata dattam grihetu griyamedina. Now, here is one significant factor. Sukadeva Goswami is addressing the king, Rajendra. Formerly that was the system. The saintly persons, learned Brahmins and sages, they would give instruction to the kings, because the king was in charge of the public affairs. So they would take instruction from the learned, and by their direction they would rule over the citizens. This is the division of 4 orders of life: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. The Brahmana means the most intelligent class of men in the society. Kshatriya means the administrators, the politicians, the rulers of the society. Vaishya means the productive class, traders, industrialists, those who are producing money or food, Vaishya. And Shudra means ordinary workers. That is the daily social system. And in the Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Chatur Varnam Maya System, Guna Karma Vibhaga. The social order, the Brahman, the Kshatriya, the Vaishya and the Shudra, they are created by me. So, anything created by God is present everywhere within the universe. So, point is that don't think that the Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, these divisions of society are in India only. No, everywhere. Everywhere there are men who are very intelligent. They are supposed to be Brahmin class. The less the politicians, rulers, Kshatriya class, the less the traders, industrialists, they are Vaishya, and the ordinary workers, they are Shudra. So formerly, instructions were given to the administrators so that their brain may be adjusted how to rule over the people. Rajendra Maharaj Parikshit, Rajendra means the emperor of the world. He was taking instruction at the point of his death. This subject matter we discussed in the last meeting, last night, that Maharaj Parikshit, King Parikshit, was just awaiting his death within 7 days. Therefore, he was consulting learned sages what to do. So, the Sukadeva Goswami advised that we hear about Krishna. This is the most important subject. Therefore, he is discussing Srutubhyadi Rajendra. My dear King, Rajendra, Srutubhyadi, subject matter for hearing. Niran Santi Sahasra. The human society has got many thousand varieties of subject matter to hear. Just like newspaper in every country, they are being published not only once, twice, thrice, 4 times in a day. and they're giving the news of the city, and the subject matter are very important, say for 2 minutes or 5 minutes, then the newspaper is thrown away, nobody cares for it. But people have got the tendency to hear. That is a fact. Now, what subject matter you are interested to hear, that depends on your quality. Because the whole world is running on under 3 qualitative divisions. And under these 3 qualitative divisions, some of them are very intelligent class of men, some of them are administrator class of men, some of them are trader class of men, some of them simply workers. So this subject matter is also divided into 3 groups according to the quality of the readers or hearers. Here Sukadeva Goswami says, for ordinary general people, there are many thousands varieties of subject matter for hearing. That's why you have got, especially in your country, so many varieties of manners. Some time ago I was saying that there is a society, diabetic society. All the diabetic patients are members of the society, and they have got magazine, and that is also distributed very well. So that is nice. Division, different division. That is the point now. It was also in the past days. So Sukadeva Goswami says, the subject matter for hearing, for the people in general, there are varieties. Varieties. Why varieties? Why not one? Why people are not interested in one subject matter? That is implied in the next line, that Atma Sotopari Rajendra Niransanti Sahasrasa Apasata Amasatattam. Apasata means those who are blind. Pasha means to see. Or means negate. Those who are blind, those who cannot see, what is that? Atma Tattva. Apasadam Atma. Those who are blind to the subject matter of self-realization. There is a subject matter of self-realization that just like we are body, mind and soul. The soul is covered by the underwear, mind, intelligence and ego, and the underwear is covered by the gross core, this body. This is our body. So, those who are blind to the subject matter of the soul, those who are thinking, I am this body, they are very less intelligent. They are almost animals. The animal cannot think beyond his body. The dog is thinking, I am this body. The cat is thinking, I am this body. Beyond this, he has no power. He is so low grade, therefore he is called animal. But a human being can understand that I am not this body. If a human being can meditate, he can see his hand. Am I his hand? Am I his finger? No, the answer will come. No, it is my hand. It is my finger. Similarly, you study. This is called meditation. You study yourself. So many things, so many subject matter. Take for example, miseries of life. You can meditate upon that I don't want this kind of miseries, but they are enforced upon me. This is a subject matter for meditation. So, a man dies means his body is finished. But a person who is in deeper sense of knowledge, he wants to think about subject matter. What is that thing which is no longer existing so that the man is dead? These are the subject matter for one who is interested in self-realization. Atma-tattvam. This is called Atma-tattvam. To understand oneself, what I am. This is very important part of knowledge in human form of life. In human form of life, if it does not come to this stage of inquiry, what I am I this body, am I this mind, am I this intelligence, or I am something else? So, apasyatam atma-tattvam, those who are blind to see the self, for them there are so many subject matter. The newspaper will supply, the magazine will supply. Just like, for example, our students in the Krishna consciousness movement, they never read newspaper, nor any other magazine. They simply read this Krishna consciousness books. We have got so many books. Krishna, Nectar of Devotion, Teachings of Lord, one big book. One of the Bhāgavatam in 12 parts. So we have got about 20 books already published, and our program is to publish at least 60 books daily. So our subject matter is very vast. We have no time to read newspapers, neither any magazine. Vyavasātmika buddhi, just like a big scientist or a big medical practitioner. He reads scientific medicine, science. A medical man, doctor, physician, he reads medical journal. He does not waste his time in big caption in the newspaper. He has no time. So, those who are interested in self-realization, that is the only business for the human form of life. Human form of life means to make solution of all the problems of material life. Sukham atmantikam. Every one of us, we are searching after happiness. That's the fact. But we are in this life. Andhālathāṁ dhaipupaniyamāna. I am asking somebody, will you give me any information how I can become happy? He is also asking, he gives you something, wrong information, and you try it, and you fall down, there is no happiness. This is the inquiry is there. Where is happiness? What I can do? But unless one is fortunate to come in contact with a person who can give you information of Krishna, you cannot have happiness. This is the fact. So, Vedic instruction is there that if you want happiness, if you want solution of the problems of life, then tadvijnanatham sadhurumeva vabhijasya. In order to learn that science, where I can get happiness, one must approach a guru, a spiritual one. This is Vedic. Not only in Vedas, in all these shastras. In Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, it is said, Tasmāt gurum prapaddeta jignyāsu sreyottavam. Guru, who is to seek after Guru? Not ordinary person. Ordinary person who are trying to know the news of the world, they do not require any Guru. That is not. Their subject matter is supplied by the newspaper, magazines and so many others. But Guru is needed for whom? Jignyāsu Sreya Uttamam. One who is inquisitive to learn about the transcendental subject matter. Uttama. Uttama means, Ut means transcendental. And Tama means the darkness. This world is dark. That's why at night now, because there is no more sunshine, it is dark. Actually it is dark. Simply by sunshine, moonshine, electricity, fire, in this way we keep it glittering. Otherwise it is dark. This whole universe is dark. By God's arrangement there is sun, moon, like that. But there is another world where there is no need of sun and moon. And that is spiritual world. That is spiritual, this information there. So therefore, Uttama, one who is inquisitive to learn about that spiritual world, not of this dark world. This world is dark, I will explain. Against this, there is another world which is full of light. Because unless there is light, there cannot be dark. We cannot understand what is darkness unless there is light. Or we cannot understand light unless there is darkness. So, because this world is dark, therefore you can conclude by logical argument, there must be another world which is full of light. That is not very difficult to understand. Just like here is light, the other world is dark. So because this world is dark, so there must be another world which is full of light. Not only your logical conclusion, but it is confirmed by the Vedic literature. And the Bhagavad Gita it says, Parastasmatu bhavanya bhaktya sanatana sarveshu nafsasu natad vinasati. It is, information is there, that there is another nature which is sadam, eternal. This nature, this material nature, darkness, is not eternal, temporary. Just like your body, my body. Everyone's body is temporary. Similarly, this universe is identical body. This is also temporary. It has got a date of creation, and it will be annihilated at a certain day. Everything. Therefore, this dark world and nature is subject to birth, death, old age and disease. Whereas that nature which is full of life, that is eternal, and even after annihilation of this material world, it remains. That is called sanat, eternal. So, one who is not interested to know about the other nature of life, how that nature is, how there are planets, how living entities are living there, who is predominating, in so many things you have to learn. That is called Atma-tattvam. But people are blind, they do not know. In the university, there is no such education. They are simply satisfied with a knowledge that they are going to more planet. What is this moon planet? They are living in this material world. There are millions and trillions of other planets. How you can go there? Just try to understand how much limited we are. How much our freedom is started in this material world. You are trying to go to the nearest planet, Chandra, moon planet. Still you are uncertain. What to speak of others? There is sun planet. I think they cannot dream of going to the sun planet. It is not possible. But there is a planet in your thought. If you are scientist, if you are advanced, go. But you can go, actually go. People and formally, they used to go. Just like in Bhagavad Gita, you will see, this is described, Krishna said, Imam bhagavasati yugam prastavanaham apayam. I, first of all, instructed this system of Bhakti Yoga, Bhagavad Gita, to the sun god. That means Krishna went there. Otherwise, how he could instruct the sun god? Not only that, he said, Divasan manavipraho manu ikkhagame. So, the sun god said to his son, Manu. And Manu is the original person of the man, human being. Manusya. Man, the word comes from the Manu. So Manu is the son of sun god. So he came from the sun planet. And he begot sons here in this planet, Ikhaku. These are all statements in the Vedic Shastra. Imam Vivasvati. So there was connection. In India, there are two kinds of Kshatriya family. Administrator, royal family. The one royal family is coming from the sun god, and the other royal family is coming from the moon god. So, it was not difficult to go to the sun planet. Here you can, just like you're trying to go to the moon planet. Similarly, you can go to the sun planet, you can go to other planets, there are different processes. There is one planet which is called Siddhaloka. In that planet, the residents are so expert, born expert, that without any airplane or Sputnik, they can travel interplanetary system. They can travel. So these are wonderful things there. So these are the material information. And this material information, they are only 1/4 of the whole creation. That is also stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Adhva bahuvaitena kinyatina tavajuna ekansena vishava aham idam krishnam stito jagat. Stito jagat. Jagat means this material world. This material world means this universe, which you can simply see, a big sky, and within that sky there are millions and trillions of planets. This is one universe. Similarly, there are millions and trillions of universes. And altogether, that is one material world. Altogether. And that is God's 1/4 creation. And 3/4 creation is the spiritual world. So just imagine what is the value of our so-called knowledge. We cannot understand things within this planet or within this universe, so many planets. So how to understand the other nature where there are spiritual planets, where there are spiritual living entities, they are also working, they are centered God. So there are so many information So apassadama krutapam, those who are blind or rascals, have no complete knowledge, their subject matter of understanding is newspaper, that's all. Their subject matter is newspaper. Because they are no other information. So, when it was proposed that I am going to translate these 16 volumes of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam for describing God, so some of the friends, they inquired, what is the description of 16 volumes of books of God? So, our reply was that this universe is a fragment of the whole material creation. And within this universe, there are millions and trillions of planets. Out of those millions and trillions of planets, this planet is most insignificant. And within this planet, there are so many cities. London, New York, Calcutta, Bombay, so on. And from each city, there are hundreds of newspapers. And each newspaper is publishing 4 times. So, if for this teeny place, there are so many information, just imagine how much information you can have from the spiritual world. Just imagine. So, the 16 volumes of description of the spiritual world is nothing. It is simply sample. If 60 millions of volumes would have been written, still it was insufficient. There are so many information. So, here it is said, apassadama datta. One who has no information of the spiritual world, they are interested in this newspaper and magazines. Apassadama datta grihesu grihamedina. Grihesu means they have an impact of understanding. This is my body, or this is my society, or this is my community, or this is my nation, or this is my humanitarian. They can expand, but what is this? Even if you take the whole human society, what is the value? If you take all living entities, there are so many other living entities. Right? Not only human beings, there are animals, 30,000 species of animals. Not 30,000, 100,000. Similarly, 100,000 species of living entities were born, the trees, plants. So, where is the knowledge of all this? Suppose a botanist, naturalist, what knowledge he has got? He can study 1,000 species of plants and trees, but there are 2 millions of plants and trees. Just try to understand how much bigger a small quantity of knowledge you have got. It is practically not possible. But at least one must know that this material world, this material body is not like that. At least this self-realization should be there. Otherwise, we remain animals. Apassadama sadattam grihesu grihamedinam. Grihesu means within the bound of impact of life. This bodily concept of life, the social concept of life, the national concept of life. No, there is unlimited field of activities, and you should try to know. But because we are not interested, we are not educated to become interested, to understand the larger field of spiritual life, we are compact Russian Sputnik was flying in the sky. The man, he was trying to see from that Sputnik where is Russia, Moscow. So this is called Grihesu Grihomedina. Our attachment is in this body, or in this society, or in this country. This is called Grihomedi. Grihomedi means one who has made his center of activities only home, or nation, or community. He has no other name. Grihesu, Grihomedina. They are called Grihesu, a cultured man. He is also remaining in the house, but his field of activities is different. That is spiritual knowledge. But here, those who are Grihomedi, those who are compacted in this body, society and nation, their field of activity is very limited. Grihomedina. Just like a cow in your country, I do not know. I think you have in Hawaii, I have seen a cow is stuck up with a rope and it is roaming around that rope. And he is thinking this is the world. That's all. This is the world. So our knowledge is so poor. A little bound up, law, and I am going round about it, and we are thinking that we know everything. Therefore, Sutta Goswami says that these people have many subject matter, so-called subject matter of understanding, but a person who is advanced in spiritual knowledge, his subject matter, that will be explained later on, his subject matter is one, Krishna. That's all. Try to understand Krishna. Don't think Krishna is an ordinary person. He has got vast expensive activities, and you cannot finish in one life what are the activities of Krishna. Therefore in the next verse it is said, Nidrya yati natram bhavaina sabhavaya divakati hayarajan kutumma bharanena va. Now these materialistic men, their activities are described. Those who have no knowledge of the spiritual world or the spiritual self, simply bodily concept of life like animals, they are Grihomedi, compact in this life. If one can decorate his apartment and decorate his children and wife, he thinks he is more successful man. Or similarly, nation, if you can have nice road, nice car, nice skyscraper, and all facilities for material happiness, then you think that we are perfect nation. But the thing is, unless you know Atma-tattva, self-realization, you do not know what is your next life. The next life is there. The next life will depend on your work in this life. You may become very rich nation son. You may have very good asset, but you are not allowed to stay here. Suppose in America you have got so many nice cities, but we sometimes come to see your cities and opulent. But the fact is that in spite of your development of this national asset, you will not be allowed to stay here. That is what it is. And after I leave this place, leave this body, I do not know what is going to happen to me. We are living Lord. Because we are blind. Life is not finished by this body. It is a chance. It is a chance. Just like you are going somewhere and you, on the way, you find so many stations. Some of them not very good and some of them very nice. Similarly, this human form of life is a station of our journey. We have begun our journey since we separated from the Supreme Personality of Godhead to become happy without God's connection. Therefore, our journey has begun. We do not know when it has begun, but it is going on through different species of life. Dehantaram prati. Dehantaram means one body after one body after one body after it is going. So here this human form of body is a chance lower than this human form of life. You cannot understand self. Atma-tattva. It is not possible. But you can understand in this human form of life what is Atma-tattva. If you miss this chance, if you do not work to understand what is Atma-tattva, what is self, what is super self, what is the spiritual world, how things are going, so many things you have to know. If you don't know, if you don't try to know, then you are missing the point. And in missing the point, we are busy. How we are busy, that is described in the next one. How nidra hyate napram. We are spoiling our night by sleeping. Nidra hyate napram. Bhavayena sabhavaya. Or by sex. At night we have got two business. One who has no facility for sex. He takes some pill and sleeps very sound. That is, or one who has got sex facility, he enjoys it. That is steady. Nidra hyate napram. Bhavayena sabhavaya. Then at daytime, what is the business at day? Divakasa sayarāja. And during daytime, there is business. Where is money? Where is money? Where is money? Divakasa sayarāja. Kutumva bharanirva. And actually one gets money, then go to the storehouse, purchase things for my wife, for my children, for me, for these. So, this is the activity of the materialistic person. Just 5,000 years ago, these two lines were there in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. And just see how it is happening even now. This is called Shastra. So, where is the opportunity of understanding the self? The whole life is engaged, either in sleeping or in sex life. And the whole day is engaged. You have to get money and you have to purchase things. That's all. Finished? They are right. But I have got this human form of life so important. I have to know myself, but I do not get my time. They do not get time. If this meeting would have been a political leaders meeting, giving all kinds of false hope, millions or billions of people would have come. But because it is a meeting for understanding Atma-tattva, self-realization, nobody is here interested. This is our. So our Krishna consciousness movement is being pushed in unfavorable circumstances. Nobody is willingly responding unless he is very, very intelligent. We cannot get immediately members of the society like the political parties get or the trader parties they get. We have to canvass from door to door. My dear sir, why you are forgetting yourself? Can you try to understand? Here is a book, Bhagavad Gita. Try to understand. Here is a book, teachings of Lord Chaitanya. So our task is very strenuous. Sometimes they become angry, dissatisfied. Why you are bothering me? But we have to do it. Because we have dedicated our life to Krishna. That's what we have to do. Krishna comes to do this business himself. Jada jada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata abhutthanam dharmasya tadātmānam srijāmaham. Because we are sons of Krishna, God. We are misled, bewildered. The father is more anxious to see us go back to home, back to Godhead. Therefore he comes personally. People misunderstand. This Krishna is a human being. Therefore he comes as a devotee, as Lord Chaitanya. He leaves behind him all books of knowledge, Bhagavad Gita. So, we are karmakas. So our request is that don't take this moment as very sentimental or insignificant. With the greatest fun, greatest philosophy, try to cooperate with us and you'll be happy. Thank you.